ஹாய், இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போறது வந்து how to start handwriting for preschoolers. So it is a toughest task for any mother, as we all know. So how you can start this process? So இது எப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு பாருங்க, பார்க்கலாம். மேஜர் திங்ஸ் தான் நான் இதில் கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். இட்ஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். லைக் திஸ் வில் கிவ் தெம் த பவர் டு ரைட். அகெயின் த சைல்ட் வில் ஹாவ் த லவ் ஃபார் ஸ்டடீஸ் டூ. ஸோ டெஃபினெட்லி இதை வந்து நீங்கள் நிறையவே கேர் எடுத்து பண்ணணுமா இருக்கும். ஸோ டேக் யோர் டைம். ஸோ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த கான்செப்ட் வாட் ஐம் சேயிங் இட். And if you have any doubts or any queries, you can send it in comments so that I can post you the answers for your queries. Okay, so let's see. The first thing, you have to start scribbling activity for your children, because many of us think that the scribbling is like the children are making very words or wall. Either they will be scribbling on the wall or sometimes they will scribble on the floor. So it's better to give them a paper and a marker in a regular basis. It's like from 2 years itself you can start. Even if below that age, some kids are very interested. They are much interested, or sometimes they would like to draw or scribble something. So அந்த மாதிரி உங்க குழந்தைங்களுக்கு, if you feel that they are already have that interest on writing, so definitely you can give them the paper, a white paper or some newspaper, or what are the papers, unwanted papers you have, waste papers that you have at home, which is readily available. Even you can give them cardboard. Cutting the cardboard, you can give them. That will give them more and definitely they will scribble like anything. So இந்த மாதிரி கூட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். கார்ட்போர்ட் ஆகட்டும், எதுவானாலும் இருக்கட்டும். So whatever it could be, if you feel that that is can be utilized properly, so we can use that. So definitely this markers are very good for this beginning stage, because it has a very good grip. And definitely அந்த குழந்தைங்க வந்து அந்த 3 fingers, using the 3 fingers, they will try to hold it properly. So அதுக்காக தான் markers. If at all, you can buy them a triangular pencil. So at the beginning itself, so from the beginning you can start with the triangular pencils if you are able to find out in the market, or if you are able to get it. Okay, so either use the marker or the triangular pencils, that would be nice. So the second thing, so after scribbling, what is the next thing for your child is like coloring activity. So this is a very basic or normal thing which you can start for your children when they are very young, or in even near 2 years old, you can start for your child. And இதுல என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, so definitely when it is coloring, we mothers are like prone to give them instruction: don't color outside, color it inside. No, see, there is a gap, you have to fill this white spaces. So many instruction we are trying to give. So definitely this will not help you, or this will not will be a good start for your child. So you always need to give them a positive approach or positive feedback for your child. So in the instruction may kudukadinga, it's better to not to give them any kind of instruction. Just give them a picture which is their favorite. So definitely I have seen in my preschool that many kids, they love coloring the shapes, because they are very much familiar with the shapes. So I used to start with that. So நிறைய குழந்தைங்க நான் அப்சர்வ் பண்ண வரைக்கும், they are very much happy to color these shapes. So அந்த மாதிரி shapes, so இல்லை any picture, any kind of picture. So especially they'll, so most of the kids, அது generally girls now, you can go ahead for flowers, butterfly, something like that. And for the boys, definitely they would love car, house, something like that. So in the மாதிரி விஷயங்களை you just analyze, or you just ask your child, what is your favorite picture, what do you want to color, so that you can either draw the same for that for your child and make them sit and do the work again. So how to draw the picture? So as soon as I say you have to draw a picture, we'll be drawing so big, or you will be drawing in a very thin line. No, it is not a good thing again. So it is important to draw in smaller size, because if it is a big picture, definitely it takes long time for your child to finish off. Definitely they'll run away, they won't even complete. So make it as very small size. Okay, small குட்டி குட்டியா ஒரு 4-5 பிக்சர் ஒரே பேப்பர்ல இருந்தா கூட பரவாயில்ல. Make them to sit and do, and remember to do like this. So இந்த மாதிரி பாருங்க, இங்க you can find it out, there is a circle and triangle, right? So in this circle you could see how the outline is very thick, right? It's very bold, and the child also knows this is the outline that we can't cross after this. They should, at the beginning they might be crossing the lines. It doesn't matter, let them do. So slowly they will recognize, they will understand. Or you can tell them also to draw the outline first. So நீங்க இத வந்து, if they are nearly 3 years, you can teach them, or if they are below 2-3 years, you can hold their hands and just make a circle, and then you may ask them to color inside. So in that way, it makes a sense for your child that you should not cross the border line. So இது ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு இதுவா இருக்கும். ஓகேவா? So always make a small pictures and make it bold. So that is the second point. And do the same activity along with your child. So definitely, if you feel that my child should have a good handwriting or good fine motor skills, so it is a positive approach we wanted always. So you can sit next to them and you can do the same activity along with the same kind of picture, same kind of pencil. Make sure that you have 2 set of materials for you and your child, and sit with them and you can start. And again, the next thing is how to color. So most children, they would like to make a circle. I can show you here. See, they just make a scribbling like this. 1 minute. So I'll just show you how do they do. So sometimes the children would be liking to color like this, right? So they be doing like this. But yes, it is good thing they are able to make a circle, but how long will it help your child to finish off the coloring? So this will not help them much, right? So you teach them how to do it. Coloring பண்ணும்போது ask them to do to and fro like this. This is the to and fro, and here you can see this is like up and down, let them do. So this kind of shading is the good way of teaching them coloring, how to color. So இந்த மாதிரி coloring சொல்லி கொடுக்க. Okay. So definitely இந்த மாதிரி நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா the children will be happy to do coloring. So இதுதான் drawing is again important part for writing. So இது பண்ணும்போதே they'll be having a good handwriting. So to and fro, these are the very basic things what I'm telling you is. So after this, what we can do. So we saw in the coloring activity, I've given you 4 points. Now we are going to see about tracing patterns. So how do they trace? So tracing patterns is like very basic norm. So basic procedures ellame நம்ம குழந்தைங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா definitely they'll be having a good handwriting, right? So next அந்த coloring அப்புறம் நீங்க என்ன start பண்ணலாம்? If you feel that if a child is doing the coloring good way method, and her holding is also nice, then you can start definitely this tracing patterns. You can get this in the supermarket, or you can even check on the Google website. There are so many worksheets like this. You can find out one, you can pick one, something like this, and you can also ask your child to do the same. Either they can use the marker again or the triangular pencil, whatever they're comfortable with, but no, don't use the crayons as much as possible. Or else you can even use the color pencils, normal color pencils, they can trace on this. Again, this this activity can be done with the clay or sticking pulses, paints, or even you can make them to draw the same on the salt or the sand tray. When you take them to the park, you just tell them how to draw a sleeping line, slanting line. So இதெல்லாம் கூட நீங்களே வந்து just think of your own ideas, and you can put it on onto this bag. So definitely this will also help you, this tracing patterns. Then the 4th point is like, with the tracing points, I forgot to tell you that you can also get the worksheets like this. See, when it is raining, it comes like a slanting line. So this kind of worksheets also there. So they'll be having little more fun, not just simply tracing every time. It is boring, right? So you can ask them to color the cloud. See, from the cloud, the rain is falling down now. So we're going to draw it. See, it is like a slanting line, dear. So like that, you can encourage them to do. And even you can take some animals pictures like this, or something that you can find which is nice and which makes them more happy to do this work. So complete the work. That is another important thing, right? So to make them complete any kind of work, it is very important to have a fun-filled work. So you can get this kind of animals. So inside the hedgehog, you could see the patterns in and around. So this kind of activity is also good and will encourage your child to learn the patterns as well. And then the last part here comes the sandpaper letter. So sandpaper letter is generally, it is Montessori based, I would say. In Montessori schools it's available, but I don't know how what in other schools, or if you go and check for the preschools also, they'll be having in many times, right? So when you take this sandpaper letter again, so it's ready. You can also buy this in Amazon, or you can make your own using a cloth, using a foam sheet. I already shown you, or I don't know, might be in future I'll add that video to how to make that. And so sandpaper letter definitely you can make on your own, or you could buy it in the Amazon, which is readily available. Before starting this sandpaper tracing, it's better to know how to do the formations. Okay, so when you generally buy books from the supermarkets, you could find that letter A has 1 arrow, 2 arrow, and the third arrow. You can see it in this capital letter. So like this, you have to teach your child how to start, from where to start. So this is another important thing, and make sure that you're going to repeat the activity for thrice at least. So if suppose if you're starting the letter A the first day, make sure you are making your child to do the same tracing for at least 3 times, minimal of 3 times. And you can do the same activity again on the salt or even the rice, and tracing on the flashcards. If you don't have the if you already have a flashcard at home, definitely that also helps you. So you can just make your child to write on top of the letter again and again. And even you can use a normal blackboard with a scale chalk piece. You can make them to write again. And even on paper also, you can just write any white paper you take and make a bold and thick letter, and ask them to trace on top of it using a marker again, pencil, whatever it is. So that was also another easiest way of teaching them how to start writing, and the correct formation. Remember, the correct formation is again very important. Then only the child will be having the confidence of doing the letters very easily. And even you can check in this kind of letters are there, like tall letters, small letters, tail letters, or for the tail letters sometimes they would say fall letters, or there are different types again. So we have different kind of therapy or writing the letters. So this can be adapted for if you feel that your child has already started writing, they are good in hand writing part, but you want to make them sure how to start within the blue lines, within the red lines. The child will be having so much confusion when it comes to especially small letters. Preferably you have to start with the small letters, but then sometimes no, we feel like, okay, let me start with the big letters. Okay, no problem, anyhow you can start, but make sure your child is going to do better in the small letters always, because that is the commonly used format, right? So whenever we are writing, mostly all the letters will be small letters. So only in the beginning of the sentence we would be writing the first letter as a capital letter, the rest all in the lower case. So as much as possible, make sure that your child is good enough writing in small cases, which is uppercase, lower cases, sorry. So they have to have the confidence of writing the lower cases. So we can teach them this in the simplest way. If your child is able to write all the letters, then you can go ahead for taking a 4 lines notebook. You can make them to do this. So tall letters at first, then the small letters, then the tail letters. So this way it becomes very easy. Again, when it comes to letters, you can also teach your children to write their name at first. That is an important task again when it comes to the school. Then the teachers expect this one a lot. So make them to write their name also. So that is it. So I hope I have covered all the things in this topic. So how to start writing for the preschoolers. So definitely this video helps you again, I guess. So any doubts, any queries, you can just send it in the comment box so that I can help you. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Bye-bye.